Hey, Facebook, good morning and welcome. Oh, this is funny. I'm on Instagram and the screen is the other way around. That's just too funny going live. Hello to our friends on Facebook. Tangi here. Excuse me while I just turn the video around. Welcome to Mindset Mastery Monday. Our friends on Instagram, good morning to you. It is here in Australia, Monday, the 28th of January. Happy Australia Day to those of you who are here in Australia, and to those of you all around the world. I hope you're having a beautiful day or night wherever you are. Good morning, Bridget. Great to have you here. So my name's Tanja. I am a peak performance specialist, typically provide peak performance coaching to real estate and property professionals, but we tend to have people from all over the place in many industries tune in because these lessons and tips and insights and strategies can really help you no matter where you are. Good morning, Sydney property team. Great to have your company. Chris Cotton, always good to see you here. So look, I just want to actually first of all say thank you to all of you who wrote in over the last week to share with me where you listen or watch these videos and the difference that they're making and the fact that you're sharing them with people. I am really, really, really grateful, and I'm very happy that you do that. The whole intention of Mindset Mastery Monday is to give you free insights, tools and resources so you can really create a life that you love, have breakthroughs in the areas where you're stuck or oscillating, because I think that you deserve to be happy and live deeply, deeply fulfilling lives. G'day, pure good energy. Yes, hi, nice to have you here. So this episode today, I want to get straight into it. By the way, I'm really keen to know if you watch this live or record, just type it in either here on Instagram. So if you're watching this live right now, type in live so I know. Or if you're watching this later and you're watching the recording, please type in the recording. That'll help me see kind of the times of day that people are watching so I know when it's most valuable to you. So live if you're online now, or record if you're watching in the future. That would be really great. First of all, did you have hello from Seattle? Hi, USA. Found you though my close friend, through close friend Erica from America, the Queen of Confidence, kicking some serious booty around the world, inspiring women to live their lives out loud. Great, Chris, you're live. Yes, you are. Thanks for joining. So today's episode is really inspired by not so much a question. By the way, this is really designed to be Q&A. So if you do have a question about how you can produce breakthroughs in areas of your life, whether it be, if you look at the wheel of life, whether it be your health, your wealth, your family and friends, your hobbies, passions and interests, your significant other if you have one, your career, your spirituality, whatever matters to you, this is designed to give you access to breakthroughs. So hi, Priscilla. Great to have you here. So I had someone write in to say, I'm lacking mojo and I'm just not motivated. Now, if you can relate to this, give me a thumbs up, either here on Instagram or live on Facebook. Now, if you lack mojo in any area, like this wheel of life, in any of those areas, or you're just not motivated, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Yeah, thank you. Pure good energy is being honest. So really appreciate that. So this episode is for you. What do you do if there are things that you want to achieve in your life and you're just not motivated and you just lack the mojo and you're just not inspired and you even know what you need to do? Let me ask you, do you know what you need to do and you're still not doing it? It's typically what happens. I'm going to share with you at the end of the session an area that I had a really big breakthrough in around my health and well-being in my body and exercise, and it'll really make sense when I share my brief story. So if you're lacking motivation and mojo and you want to produce a breakthrough and create results for yourself, then please listen to these next 7 steps or 7 tips that you can take. If you've got a pen and paper, please write these down, because these are really, really simple and can be applied. If you're listening to this while driving, while I know a lot of you do, then you can just listen to the recording. And by the way, if you do want a copy of Mindset Mastery Monday emailed to you free every week with no spamming or free set of steak knives, write a comment to say, yeah, please email me and we'll make sure that you get every single episode. So here we go. Tip number 1 is awareness. you've got to have awareness that you lack mojo and that you lack motivation, because without awareness, you cannot become conscious to take a different action. Does that make sense? So how can you become aware if your mojo is not flowing and you lack motivation? You know by how you feel, you know by the quality of your thoughts, and you definitely know by the lack of results that you've got in your life. So awareness is number one tip. Number two tip is responsibility. Most of us have awareness that we don't produce the results that we want for ourselves in our life, but we tend to what? Blame. We blame the weather, we blame time, we blame our ex, we blame our kids, we blame money, we blame everything outside of us, which actually leaves us disempowered to be able to take a different action. So if we're blaming others or pointing the finger, there's always three fingers pointing back at us that are called me, myself, and I, right? It's actually, you can see them there. So do you know what I'm saying? So don't blame others, take responsibility and go, okay, well, I'm lacking mojo and motivation in these areas. I'm aware of it by how I feel and my lack of results. I'm responsible for that. I can't blame anybody else because I could either take the action or not. When we are responsible, we really have the ability to respond and do things differently. So number two is take responsibility for where you're at. Number three, this is a big one, because I don't know about you, but I know for me, if I've been stuck or not motivated in an area of my life, I can be a bit hard on myself. Can you relate to this? Have you ever been hard on yourself in areas of your life that really matter to you? Give me a thumbs up, a love heart, a smiley face, whatever emoji you want to send, just to acknowledge, yep, I've been hard on myself too. So the third tip to really get access to a breakthrough is just forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for what you haven't done. Forgive yourself for all the times you told yourself you should do whatever it is you've been telling yourself. I should get up at 5. I should exercise. I should eat clean. I should not drink that glass of red or that bottle of red. I should call that person. I should prospect. I should. And as Tony Robbins says, you should and should and should, and we should all over ourselves. The reason that we don't achieve a lot of our desires is because it's a bunch of shoulds and it lacks commitment and there's really no must. But I know that one of the biggest handbrakes to achieve what we want is when we are making ourselves wrong and beating ourselves up because we are not taking action. So forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for everything that you haven't done and all the promises that you've broken and all the declarations that you've made that you haven't fulfilled. You can always start again. Number 4, this is where the game really starts to shift. There are 2 reasons why we do things. We're either avoiding pain or seeking pleasure. So you're avoiding pain of being overweight. You're avoiding pain of being financially stretched. You're avoiding pain of your business not growing. You're avoiding pain in that relationship or a lack of relationship. But if we take action when we're avoiding pain to try and fix or change ourselves or a problem, and we have a motive, which means we're motivated, but we often don't sustain it. Do you know what I'm saying? Give me a thumbs up if you actually know what I'm talking about here. Have you ever had that motivation to do something and you're in action and then you've got these grand plans to do a 90-day thing or a 1-week thing or even a day, and you lose that motivation and it's unsustainable, and then you don't complete the outcome? I prefer to be inspired rather than motivated. This is about being in spirit. For me, this is like, when we're in spirit, we're more likely to take continuous action. So for me, step number 4 is really align to love. Align to what would you love with your body, your health and well-being? What would you love with your money and finances? What would you love in your relationships, your hobbies, passions, and interests? And start visualizing the desired end result. Stephen R. Covey, in his great book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, habit number 2 is begin with the end in mind. So what would you love in this area? That you're aware you've lacked mojo and motivation, you've taken responsibility for not taking action, you've forgiven yourself for all the times you've beat yourself up for not doing anything about it, and now you're aligning to love. What would you love? Think about that. What would you love in that area? Step number 5, and this is where we start to get the creative juices flowing. Once you really align with what you love, the end result you desire, start to connect to that feeling of fulfillment. start to imagine what it is to have that end result. So for example, an area, g'day, Maria Findikakis, lovely to have your company. Start to really connect with that end result being fulfilled, that desire achieved, and what is that feeling of fulfillment? What does that feel like for you? So for me, an area I've really taken on for myself in my life this year is my health and well-being. If I walk through the first 5 steps, step number 1 being awareness. I was aware that I was really unfulfilled in my health and well-being. I'd put on some extra kilos. 2, I took responsibility. This is where the breakthrough really occurred, because here's what I noticed, and listen for you if you're particularly wanting to cause a breakthrough in your health and well-being. I noticed that every single day I was being really hard on myself and my body. If you can relate, please give me a thumbs up. If you've done this, please let me know. Have you ever walked past a mirror and thought bad thoughts about your tuck shop arms, your booty, your belly, your floppy legs, your neck, whatever it is? And have you been hard on yourself? And have you thought negative thoughts about your body, whether you're a man or a woman? Let me know if you've ever done that. I was doing that on a daily basis. And last week, a few thumbs up are happening now. And last week, 3 weeks ago, I don't know what happened, but I had this epiphany where I just went, hang on a second, my body, my elbow or my hip isn't going and drinking that wine or eating those barbecue shapes or not getting off my booty and exercising. My body is not the one running the show. It is my mind. My mind is the one that has the power to make the decisions to exercise or not, to go to the gym or not, to walk or not. Why am I blaming my body? My body is a temple, and it's the vehicle that I've been walking around this planet with for the last 46 years. Yet I'm being really hard on it, and something just shifted in me, and I went, right, it's time to be grateful for my body and all of its imperfections and start to really master my mind. So when I connected, does that make sense, by the way? If what I'm saying makes sense, good morning, Sonia, lovely to have you here. Thanks for the good morning. Please give me a thumbs up or some love hearts that you're relating to what I'm saying. Have you ever beaten yourself up physically? Then start to take responsibility for your thoughts. It's not your body's fault. Your body is a miracle that it's being of service. Live in WA whilst my kids are in Perth Airport, go to Japan. Wow, Wayne, nice. Thanks for tuning in, and hi to Karen. So when I connected to the end result of how I feel, it was, feeling proud and vital and sexy and whatever it is that I wanted to feel physically. So when you're working on the area of your life, connect to the feeling of fulfillment. What is the feeling that you will have when you lose those kilos, when you expand your wealth, when you grow your business, when you improve that relationship, where you fulfill on a passion or a hobby or interest that's been laying dormant? How will you feel? This is critical. And then tip number 6, see, most of us go around life being human beings, human doings. What do I need to do to have the things to then be happy? But who we need to really be is human beings, and our being determines what we do and the actions we take or don't take, and therefore the results that we have or don't have. So for me, if I connect to the end result of feeling really, sexy and proud and fulfilled and vital in my health and well-being, then who I need to be today is proud and sexy and vital, because I'm going to take the actions that a proud, sexy, vital, fulfilled person will take. And guess what? Voila, I start producing the results. It is not what you do that matters. It certainly matters, but the most valuable part is, who are you being? So when you connect to the end result, when you connect to that feeling of fulfillment, what are those qualities? Now, if you really are struggling to think about, well, what is that feeling of fulfillment? If I lose the weight, if I make the money, if I start the business or grow my business or whatever it is, if you're not sure, the next step to do is model a master. Think about someone that's really mastered an area in the wheel of life that really matters to you, an area where you're lacking mojo and you lack motivation, and think about the top 3 qualities that they demonstrate that really produces results, and replicate them. It's really quite easy to do. I've got a number of people I replicate for different categories of my life, and it just gives you access to a new way of being. Tip number 7. So we've had awareness that we lack mojo and we're not motivated. We've taken responsibility and we have the ability to respond differently. We've turned our shoulds into musts. We have forgiven ourselves for all the times that we've thought about it, promised and said what you should do, which is really key. We've aligned to what we've loved. We've thought about the end result. We're really aligning to what we love and getting away from pain. We are taking a moment to visualize the end result fulfilled and connecting to that feeling of fulfillment. What does it feel like to lose that weight, to grow that wealth, to master that task, to learn that new skill? What does that feel like? We're practicing the feeling state by being those things: happy, vital, committed, dedicated, fulfilled, sexy, joyful, whatever that is for you, or whatever you see the masters that you want to model do. You're being that consistently. You're taking the actions consistently. And then what there is to do, tip number 7, is take massive and immediate action. Get into action. No more excuses, and you got to break the pattern. As soon as you have a crappy thought about that thing you're working towards, you got to go, thanks for sharing. I know you, but you're the one that's going to hijack my mojo. Who I am is proud, sexy, and fulfilled, or, you know, committed, dedicated, and loyal, or badass, or whatever it is. You are in charge of creating your own reality. Don't be influenced by others. It takes something to be committed to take the action. If I show you here on my wall, both on Instagram and Facebook, this is my evidence procedure. I'm so committed to producing results in areas of my life that I've got, you know, I'm up to day 15 of 90 days. So you do need to take massive and immediate action and have some accountability. So to cause breakthroughs for yourself and your mojo and your motivation, have awareness. That's number 1, because when you raise your consciousness, you can make different choices. Number 2, take responsibility. Then you have the ability to respond. Stop the shoulds, turn them into musts. Number 3, forgive yourself. Be kind to yourself. Stop blaming yourself for the things you haven't done. It's the past, and you don't need to wait till January the 1st next year to start again. You don't need to wait till next Monday. You can start right now. Align to what you love. Imagine the fulfillment of whatever it is in your wheel of life. Imagine the body, the money, the man, the woman, the project, the contribution, the charity, the difference, the organization, whatever it is. Imagine it. Then connect. Number 4 is align to love. What would you love? Number 5 is connect to the feeling of fulfillment. How will it feel for you when you fulfill on that vision, on that desire? Really feel those feelings. And then number 6, be those feelings now. If there's a result that you want to produce in the future, you've got to become that person now. You don't become that person when you have the result. You've got to become it. You've got to be committed. You've got to be focused. You've got to be proud. You've got to be sexy. Take focused, sexy, proud, fulfilled action, and then you'll have that result. You've got to become, as Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world, and be it now to have the future that you want. Then number 7, take massive and immediate action. And when you notice a shitty thought kick in, say thank you for sharing, and just generate who you are and keep taking action. So I hope that you found that useful. Please let me know which tip would make the biggest difference for you. Is it awareness? Is it taking responsibility? Is it forgiving yourself? Is it aligning with what you'd love and stop letting go of the pain of the past? Is it connecting to the future fulfilled? Is it being the change you want to see in your future? Or is it taking massive and immediate action? Let me know. Please let me know. I'm completely here to be of service to you, to help you get the insight, tools, and resources to produce results in areas where you've been stuck. Because as I said in the beginning, I'm committed that you live a life that you absolutely love and you're deeply fulfilled, because you deserve it. You really do. So I hope you found that useful. If you do have a question about anything in your life, whether it's personal or professional, align and take massive action. Nice, pure good energy, good on you. Being the change, one of my favorite favorite quotes. It's my screensaver on my laptop. On Facebook, let me know which one. Awareness, responsibility, forgiveness, aligned to love, connect to the feeling of fulfillment. If you see my eyes going, I'm looking at my whiteboard of notes, by the way. Be, do, have, be the change you want to see in the world. Be the future you want to achieve now. And then take massive and immediate action. Don't put off today the future that you want to create for yourself tomorrow, and be consistent. So let me know which one, is one for you. Massive and immediate action, Wayne. Yeah, I get it, my friend. By the way, I asked the question whether you think it would be valuable for me to send some rapid fire Friday lessons every Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It really is just a reflection of what are the key themes that I'm picking up from all my coaching clients during the week, and what are some lessons that I can just rapid fire, because I know many people that watch this video either don't have the resources to have a one-on-one coach, and so I want to just add more value. So this Friday, I'm launching Rapid Fire Friday. It's a reflection of the lessons that I've learned from all of my coaching clients for the week, and I'm just going to rapid fire some tips, and you can just write them down and apply them. Okay, so look out for that. We'll send out a video update for that this week. And please know that if you have any questions for yourself or your life, or you've got somebody that you know really needs to hear this, this episode of You've Lost Your Mojo and You Lack Motivation, tag them in this video, or the greatest currency is share this. It's free. There's no set of steak knives. It's just me contributing to you and those that you love. Thanks again for writing in and letting me know the difference that this stuff is making. I will continue to do it, and I'll answer any Q that you have at all, personally or professionally. So I wish you a beautiful day. Go be the change you want to see in the world. Stop thinking about it. Just take one more step today, and then tomorrow, and then the next day, and then the next day. And before you know it, just like me, you're 15 days in and you're starting to see great results for yourself and your life. Before I quickly wrap up, I was going to quickly share a brief story. So I started telling it. I noticed that I was being really hard on my body. I had this epiphany that it was really not my body's fault that I had that wine or didn't exercise. It was my mind. And as soon as I saw that, I started to love myself and forgive my body. And I started to appreciate the fact it's had major surgeries to bring my two beautiful daughters into the world. It's carried me around for 46 years, and I started to have an attitude of gratitude for my body, and I stopped blaming my body. So if you're listening to this and you've been hard on your body and you've wanted to produce a breakthrough in yourself physically, stop blaming your body. Your body is the vehicle. Your mind is the one that is making the decisions. And I have a whole new relationship with my body now. I embrace my imperfections and my aging, and I am in action and on fire, exercising every single day without fail. So don't blame your body. It's what goes on up here that really counts. But forgive yourself, be kind, be great, and go out there and take massive and immediate action. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Mwah. See you later. Bye to you on Instagram. We'll see you soon. And bye to you on Facebook. Much love. Have a great